Okay, we need this now.
Heavy, no.
And, like... Really, I don't know.
Stop in a minute, and then we might get another small, different game recording in. And I'm probably gonna have to stay up and look for common pond and river. How do I have golden trout before one of the most common river fish? Unless that one river fish is more uncommon, which
it's either rarer than you expected, or you kept checking the wrong time for it. That's another thing. Apparently, oarfish spawn all day, every day.
oarfish are just really uncommon. I just find them in the middle of the night when I'm doing large.
Well, like I said, the funny thing
Troll.
is they'll go away in a month, so it could be pure happenstance. But, like I said, I find it kind of funny that a little bit before things go away, you seem to be getting them more commonly, really making me wonder if, like I said, the game actually now has when something's going to go away, it will start spawning.
Hey, look, water bug.
Ooh, another one.
Hold on. Hold on. I need to grapple without scaring it. In order to do that, I need to do this. And now it should. I'ma get you. I'ma get you. I'ma get you.
I see you, Zap.
I see you. Zap.
Okay, in a minute we're probably going to have to stop because our cats have problems. And we need to deal with those cat problems.
My RNG is hilarious.
RNG be like that. I think it took me only around 25 minutes to get the Sword of Kings in Earthbound. Sometimes RNG be like that.
I'll catch one more small fish to suck. We're missing some of the most common pond and river fish. And yet, I have a freaking golden trout, a coelacanth, I know that's ocean, and an oarfish, and that one, barrel eye, which is worth as much as a coelacanth, before I have some of the freaking common pond ones. Because you can get tadpoles, you can get frogs? Also, I had that extra fossil.
I have, again, fishing up frogs. I have several questions.
I'm missing a frog, and I'm missing this other small river fish!
I thought frogs also only showed up when it was raining.
I don't believe so. Damn it, I do that every time.
That's another... I know I've said this before, but every time you run into a problem, I feel it needs to be said, hey, this should be the first Animal Crossing to just say, fuck it, and have, like, assessing and donating basically be the same thing. Just have you click on a fossil to donate, and if you do, he says that he has to assess it first.
I'm just making sure he said, yeah, it's a fossil we already had, that's what I thought. Or do the thing that was a wish list that someone had like a year ago that I thought was completely reasonable.
Which is...
And now they made it more of a mini game type questionnaire, but they said, imagine if Blathers taught you to, like, you dig up a fossil, but because you took a fossil course, you dig it up and just assess shit. Any other freaking tarantulas over here? Nope. And I agree with that! That would be really convenient. You, like, just dig up a fossil. Ta-da! I might sell that single random cherry. Since we have it, like that. This. Not the chair. The fish. But we save the water bug. Sell that. This. Save the garbage. And,
Because I could.
and the tadpole I missed.
Because, like I've said before, I feel small, like, quality of life functions.
That's
in the game.
ridiculous.
It was a lot of stuff. I feel small quality of life functions in games kind of go unnoticed and unappreciated. Because honestly, I feel small changes in some cases can be more important than bigger changes, like as I've brought
It actually took this series a while to allow you to do this.
Well, you say a while, but the first game that did that was Wild World.
You know what I mean.
So third game, which I guess because there were 5, that would technically be half in total. Second game for America.
Also, I need some wood, and I don't care if I break an axe.
Like I
That's
said,
too funny.
those small quality of life features I really feel go unappreciated because the first, like, the original Animal Crossing and Wild World have some jink to them. Wild World especially, again, because it's a DS game where you have to, it's a 3D DS game where you have to use the D-pad. If you look up cursed in the dictionary, you'll find that.
It actually mostly uses touch controls, which are debatably worse because you're kind of...
Hey, the touch controls for walking around, because Animal Crossing, again, for just walking around, that's not that bad, because it's not exactly a fast-paced game that needs any form of split-second reactions when using tools and stuff. That's when that would become a problem.
I might go ahead and buy more land. Since we had some decent miles, and then maybe for shits and giggles, I might...
I was going to, like I brought up before, I feel small quality of life things. Like, the example I always get...
Dark sand, stone, terracotta tile, wood.
What was the tile type you bought?
We have the basic stone and brick. Terracotta is a different brick type, and stone...
I guess buy stone? You know, the point I was going to make it... You know, I was going to make up a game where I feel that, you know, small touch shops to me were more important. They sort of fixed problems that were there from the beginning. Well, I will...
Before stopping, I might drop my tools and this time remember to get wood and some other stuff, buy a ticket and see if we can get bamboo or actually get...
But anyway, I know like I've talked about this before, but basically, well, I will agree with people that the jump from Streets of Rage 1 to 2 is giant because the first game hasn't aged well at all. I still think 3 is a better game because to me 3 fixed some of the problems that like were still there even in 2 that I feel made the game basically play smoother and also ended up making it just flat out more fair. Like, not being able to do dash attacks in 2 okay, you can do dash attacks, but you can't run with the exception of Skate. He's the only one that can run. That really bothers me, because that
I'm gonna go
feels...
drop that water bug.
Because that feels really clunky and awkward, and the best addition Streets of Rage 3...
I might use a Nook Miles ticket and see if we can get something rare.
And the best addition Streets of Rage 3 made is if you have the 6-button Genesis controller, you can just press a button to do the back attack.
Yeah, and it's amazing.
And, like, like I said, it's small things that they don't seem important in the long run, but I feel those ended up really basically affecting the game and making it, like I said, just flat out play
I love that you
smoother.
put it in a bucket.
Yes.
Tarantulas get the little... Oh, they move in unison. Creepy.
Because they're all facing the same.
Creepy.
Okay, we need to stop. Our cats are going insane.
I might cut it short then.
We need to deal with cat problems.
Might just have to cut it short then. That also gives us a reason to take a small break before doing a secondary recording anyway. Hold on. Let me... Should probably at least sell those fish before... So, we'll probably be cutting it short. I mean, for the most part, I generally did what I wanted to anyway. I need to figure out how rare... Because the fish I was looking for, I thought were common, but apparently... Apparently they're like the rarest freaking fish in reality. I have a freaking oarfish and a coelacanth.
You have an oarfish, tuna, and coelacanth before these.
Yeah. And that's ridiculous, because it's like that size of fish. Unless... Hold on, let me actually go across, catch that thing. Because the fish I'm looking for are not priced that high, which is why I thought they were common, unless they did an annoying thing where the... Hold on. This is, I think, one of the sizes for something I'm missing. And it's river. This is river, so...
What? What? What?
It's
okay,
it's RNG.
we should try to help.
I'm working on it, Garson. I'm working on it. At least sell those. Get some money back. Then we can stop, deal with the cats. Maybe take a small break. Record. Off camera, I might do some freaking fish grinding. Good God. Just sell these. It's not going to be much, but it is. Yep, that's fine. That's fine. I'll stop in a second then. Then we can deal with the cats, take a small break, maybe record something else. Try to figure out if the fish I'm looking for are more rare than I thought they were. And off camera, I might use some of that iron and build more iron fence. You know what? We never actually saw the koala chick. Let's check in on her before I call this thing. Oh, she's building! Actually, I'm glad I came in here. Actually, that is a perfect thing to end on.
What did she give you?
A recipe I didn't have. The iron garden chair. You can make a really cool chair out of, you know, iron. And we needed to craft more anyway, so I might throw the chair on the list while I craft my fence. But because of cats being weird. We're just going to call this here. This has been April 21st in Animal Crossing New Horizons. Next time we play is likely going to be just a normal day of collecting. I might do some off-camera grinding for fish or off-camera grinding for fencing and stuff because I need a little bit more fence to help offset the space because I built the wall. But I'm about to fade into the end slate. I hope you all enjoyed the April 21st videos. See you all next time with more Animal Crossing New Horizons. Goodbye for now. I'm probably going to be grinding on this game off camera. It's time for the question of the day and my overall thoughts on the topic. So anyway, this question has a few caveats to it because I'm asking this in April of 2023, but the footage is April of 2020. Now that all major updates for the Animal Crossing have stopped, we might see a few small updates, but even that is starting to look somewhat unlikely. Anyway, my question is this: what small quality of life changes would you love to see the game get as a few small updates? And if they never update the game with those quality of life changes, would you like to see those ideas carry over into the next mainline Animal Crossing? And what other changes would you like to see in the next mainline Animal Crossing? I have gone over a few ideas in this Let's Play for quality of life changes I want in this game, but a lot of those could apply to other Animal Crossing games, but I will go over a few fast ideas. First off, I wish you could stack items in your pockets in a bigger stack. Why can't I hold 999 iron in a single stack in my inventory? Or, anything like that? Fossils really should be something that the player can automatically identify once they dig them up, because visiting the museum starts to become a tedious waste of time. And I feel like this game really should have let the player do bulk crafting, and if the bulk crafting could not be done with your main pocket inventory, I should have been able to do bulk crafting in my house, where a crafting table in my house should have given me access to my stored materials. If you really want the crafting system to basically be something that is only super convenient in the player's house. Controversial opinion, I feel like crafting should not be carried over into the next mainline Animal Crossing in the way that it currently exists in New Horizons, and I kind of hope that crafting does not carry over at all, really. While I like crafting furniture and stuff, and I can actually say I would be okay with that staying, turning materials and stuff into furniture is pretty cool. I hope they don't force you to craft tools and stuff, or if you're going to do that, make the final tool you earn, a tool that basically never deteriorates, because I will be that guy. Animal Crossing does not need resource management. Why does my fishing rod and other tools break? What value does that add? It's not like this is a survival horror game, or a game like Don't Starve, where a fishing rod breaking becomes a resource management puzzle of, oh, you need a fishing rod to fish up fish and things as a survival mechanic. This game is not a survival game, so I find a lot of the crafting to be pointless. What value is added by making me craft tools? That does not add anything. Animal Crossing is not a series that needs tool crafting, because all that does is make the early game incredibly tedious, and in the late game you can just go to the Nook shop and buy tools without needing to craft, meaning if you decide to buy tools a lot in the late game, you will have all these crafting materials that will effectively add up and take up a ton of room in storage, or you will end up where I have ended up, which is basically, I do not really craft all that often unless I break a tool and don't feel like spending some money. And even then, I will often buy the lower grade tool and then go hit a single rock, get a single piece of iron out of it, make sure I have at least one iron, use the lower grade tool plus the iron, craft the higher grade tool, that way I can save money, create the tool, and then basically sell any extra iron, clay, or rocks that came out of the single rock I hit. Then I effectively never touch the crafting system unless I am building another tool. And I'm sure a lot of you are in the same loop. You have a surplus of crafting materials stored in your storage that you never touch, and you hold on to just in case you need them. Any other crafting materials you pick up always get sold immediately, and you only ever use them to craft tools if you craft tools at all, versus buying the mid-ranged tools and effectively never needing to craft again. My point is the crafting system starts to fall apart. Even the gold tools are temporary, and that bothers me. They really should have been unbreakable, because that would actually make those a good reward, but burning a gold nugget on those is not worth it, in my opinion, because they will break eventually, and then you used up a rare resource on an item that eventually broke, so that tool, as good as it is, becomes worthless. And I do not think it's worth holding on to a bunch of gold specifically to make golden tools, because you cannot get gold super easily. If you had easy access to gold, like you could buy gold nuggets for a chunk of money, I would make an argument that the gold tools would actually be somewhat okay, because their durability is 300, so that's like 300 uses, and that would mean as long as you could somewhat recoup the money spent on gold nuggets, you could very easily have tons and tons of durability, but gold is hard to come by, so that doesn't work. But now I'm way off topic. anyway, you can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments, or you can leave them on social media. All of my social media links, as well as my Discord links, are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be a shill for a minute. If you subscribe to the channel, and if you follow me on social media, that really helps our communities grow. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope I will see you all next time. So, as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, everybody. I hope you come back someday. See you later.